This week, the Paul Daniels Magic Show takes off into the world of classical magic. There is classical art, there is classical music, but not many people realize there's actually classical magic. This is the oldest classical trick in the world. It's recorded in the Valley of the Kings in Egypt, some say. Certainly at the time of the Romans, they would use this trick. And in the medieval marketplaces, men would stroll the streets and then put up a little table very similar to this, very similar in design, and then they would just display these cups. The cups themselves are rather peculiar in that they're a peculiar little shape, I know, but see, this one's got a bottom on the outside, and therefore it's got a bottom on the inside. Now you can understand that. This one has got a bottom on the outside and a bottom on the inside. And this is very similar. It's got a bottom on the outside, but it hasn't got a bottom on the inside. Now, I don't understand that. Unless you wave like this, and then you'll find it's back again. It's good, isn't it? It's most peculiar indeed. But, of course, because of this peculiar quality of the metal, you can actually take the cups and drop one right through the other, you see, like that. Really odd. I'll do it again over here. Look, you see, it goes all the way through. But a solid metal cup can pass through another metal cup is most peculiar indeed, but not as peculiar as the antics of the three little white balls. There's ball number 1, ball number 2, ball number 3. Keep your eye upon the balls as the man covers them up. Here is ball number 1, okay, which we take under the cup. That's the idea. And here is ball number 2, no problems with that. And ball number 3, which we do like this. Now, here we have a ball. Here we have a ball. And here we have a ball. But some people think there's nothing under there. Actually, some people swear blind that you cheat, and you don't. There's 2 balls there, and there's one under the middle here. That's the way the trick is done. You've got to keep your eye upon the little ball. Ball here, ball here, ball here. Now watch. You just draw a ball out of here into the wand. You inject it into this cup over here, and you discover that now there is no ball over here. Perhaps you weren't watching closely enough. There is, in fact, 2 balls now in the middle. Okay? And still one over there. Right. Now, next phase of the trick is to make this ball here, draw it up into the wand like that, and then inject it into the cup like that. And you will find now that there is not a ball under here, and there are 3 balls under here, 1, 2, and 3. Oh, there's something I must tell you. If you take the ball like this into your hand again and put it into your pocket, the ball has got to travel up this sleeve, across your shoulders, down this sleeve, and under the cup to get there. You understand that? It's a very beautiful move. If you put it into your trouser pocket, the little ball gets confused because there's no sleeve to go up, see? Now, this ball here, you see, I'll do it again. If I put this ball into my pocket and give it a little flick, it goes up the sleeve, across the shoulders, down the side, and back underneath the cup like that. Now, again, into the pocket, it confuses the little ball. It doesn't know where to go, right? Now, this last one. Now, this last one, if we just take this little ball and put it into the other pocket, the most confused ball of them all, because it was expecting to go this way, and it turns out it has got to go this way. You see? Very confusing. So when you go flick, 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 it's back underneath the cup. That's the way the trick works, ladies and gentlemen. The ball's in the pocket. The hardest part of all is to get the balls to travel from here and through the whole suit and flow back under the cups. So you don't do that. What you do instead is you produce 1, 2, 3 balls of some enormous dimension. So there you have 1, 2, 3 balls. The thing that amazes me is not these 3 at all. It's where the heck do the gold ones come from? That's the bit that baffles me.
Hello,
Hey guys,
everyone.
Hello.
that was fun.
Seeing how we're doing a one-shot set in Smoke and Mirrors, the comic series that I'm writing today, I thought I'd open up with my favorite magician, Paul Daniels, doing his cup and balls routine. So instead of a little bit of a song, you got it. But welcome to the Dungeon Crows. I am your game master, dungeon master, and host, Dr. Crow, and I would like to welcome my friends Hex Harper, Neph Champion, Blue Teddy Narrations, and the Amish Man. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
So my friends here have made their own original characters. Do not steal. for my comic series to play this game today. Today we're playing some OVA. So, without further ado, shall we begin with the game?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So the sun rises up over the city that I have never given a name that smoke and mirrors live in. Your characters find yourselves standing outside of the Smoke and Mirrors magic shop. It's a simple little brick building with a glass door and a big glass window. And the inside, you can see a small shop filled with all of these props lining the tables. We see cups and balls. We see circles, squares, top hats, appearing canes, deck of cards, all the wonderful magical bits. This is your character's probably first time meeting any of you. So who would like to give their introduction first? Twilight, thank you for volunteering.
Me?
I'm wondering if you were ready.
Just a second, folks.
All right. Blue, would you like to do it instead?
No.
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 Oh, is my mic working again? Okay.
Yes.
I was like, did you guys hear me? And no one said anything. So I said, oh, I guess. I said no. It still says it's muted. The red light's still on. It won't go away. Oh, well. Anyways. So yeah, I'm Velvet. I am a brown bear and a costume designer. Are we just like role-playing, introducing ourselves to each other, or?
Yes, you're role-playing your introductions to each other.
Gotcha. It's nice to meet all of you.
Hello.
It's nice to meet you.
You there, Mr. Catser. That's a very lovely outfit.
Are you sure she's a cat?
Oh goodness, I hope I didn't offend him.
I assume you're talking to the actual cat, which is not me.
Sonnet, the bear, complimented you. If Amish is even here, I hope he's here.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't catch that first. He will turn with his toothy smile that kind of glints in the sun, like, "Oh, thank you, ma'am, thank you." And takes his cap off with the giant flip feather that's got like twice the size. Sonnet at your service.
Sonnet, yeah, nice to meet you. Hi, I'm Velvet.
Why, my sweet Velvet, it's all my pleasure, of course.
And, who might you be? I ask, looking at Twilight.
I'm Twilight. I'm the name of the... I'm Twilight the Wolf. I'm the lead singer of the hymn ensemble.
Oh my, that sounds very glamorous.
Not really. We haven't made it big yet.
Well, I'm sure it's just a matter of time.
Sure, you're correct.
And you there, in the apron?
It's like, oh yeah, like boss told me to bring the stand over to the magic shop today. They're holding a talent show, which I conveniently also signed up for. and whatnot. But so I need an hour. I needed the hours. Don't mind me.
How very convenient.
This game's going to be great. I can already tell. All right. So as you make your variety of different small talk, eventually you start hearing the door click, and a white-furred rabbit with a nice big large bow in one of her crooked ears is unlocking the door and flips the little sign that says "Closed to Open."
It's Mirrors.
She gives you all a friendly wave before she kind of hops right back away. You are not allowed to enter the magic shop if you so choose.
Okay, Velvet kind of straightens the measuring tape around her neck and then pushes the door open and goes in.
Hello. Welcome to Smoke and Mirrors Magic Shop. My name is Mirrors. I hope if you have any questions, let me know. I'll be happy to help you find anything you choose.
Hello, I'm Velvet. I'm here for the talent show.
Oh, you're here for the talent show. Oh, excellent, excellent, excellent. She hops behind the counter, reaches down below and grabs up a clipboard. A couple of them. It says, if you could, just fill out the paperwork, please. Name, the talent that you're here to perform. And any other important information you would like, your entrance for your stages and whatnot. Any special requirements you need for the lighting, the talent show will be beginning later in the day, and you will have time to rehearse before. And she hands one to you, Velvet, and she looks at Twilight. She goes, "Oh, you're Twilight!"
Yes. And your Mirrors.
I am! She kind of like flutters about behind the counter and pulls out a small CD with you on it and goes, "Can I get your autograph?"
Oh, certainly. What would you like me to say?
To Mirrors, one of my biggest fans. I love your music.
I love your shows. So
Oh, that's just so you know. Oh, we're going to be just the best friends. I can already tell.
yes, I can. I scribble out the message and hand it back with a flourish.
She takes it. She's bouncing with glee. She's trying not to. She's clearly trying not to squeal like a little fangirl. She puts the CD back behind the counter wherever she's keeping it. Goes, "Oh, are you here for the talent show as well?"
Yes, actually, I am. I was hoping it would help.
Ooh, I can't wait. And she hands you one of the clipboards as well.
Okay. I fill out. I go sit down, fill it out.
All right. And she looks at Sonnet next. He goes, "Hi there, handsome. How you doing?"
Hello, how are you doing? Sonnet Troubadour at your service.
"Oh dear, you have a stuffly nose."
You see, he looked like visibly like just shunned at that, like, what do you mean by that?
Nothing. Don't worry about it, darling. I assume you're here for the talent show as well? She hands you a clipboard.
But of course, I plan to win the thing.
I think you're going to do just fine. She gives you a nice little gentle pat on the head.
He looks very pouty and mopey right there. Like, I am gonna win it.
And she turns to look at Drone and goes, "Oh, good, you're the hot dog man."
Yes. Here's your invoice. I hand her the paper, and then I go over and grab the clipboard once he's done and just sign up.
All right, she's looking over the invoice. She does not even acknowledge you taking one of the clipboards. Yep, this looks like everything is in order.
Where did you want me to set up, ma'am?
Right out front. It's okay if you block the window as long as you don't block the big sign. And you go ahead and you start doing your thing.
Sounds good.
Excellent, excellent. Oh, this is going to be a good day. I can already tell. I'm going to have to settle a few things up in the back here real quick. I will be back with you in just a moment, all right? And she bounces off to the back. She goes up to this bookshelf that has a whole different set of different magic books on it by a whole bunch of different authors. She smiles at you, pulls one of the books, and the shelf opens inward, and she bounds back to the back.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, that is very cool.
The magic shop that's in my town legit has that, and I love it. So you guys are alone in the magic shop if you want. Free to do whatever you want.
So, Twilight, you sing. What about you? Drone, sonnet?
Yeah, I sing.
It's like I'm just like I'm good with my hands, and I just kind of like curl my fingers and just sort of twitch them around or whatever, implying what I do. And it's just like don't mind me. I need to get to work. I just step outside and I start shutting up shop.
And Sonnet, will you answer the question?
So it's right now after that display from Mirror, Tanya is kind of like in a corner of the thing, trying not to cry. He's a crybaby.
Oh, she burned him pretty badly.
I'll go up to him and give him a pat on the head. There. You're still the best dressed one here. That's something, right?
He's like, well, thank you very much for that. Thank you. He has that smile again with the glint in the tooth that's showing. Well, thank you very much, Miss Velvet.
No problem. So, what is your talent then?
I am a performer, of course, of song and dance. I perform, I play.
Oh, so sort of a jack of all trades then.
I like to think so. If it requires entertainment, I can perform it.
I'm gonna look around the shop, see if there are any interesting items that catch my eye.
All right, let's see here. So one of the more interesting items beside one of these counters, there are 3 counters that line the shop. So there's like the back counter with the big thing in the front, and then there's one counter that shows off all these different like wands and different little small apparatuses. And then there's another counter that has blueprints for all these much larger illusions, like the Saw Lady in Half tricks, the things that would make people float, all the big stage stuff. And it seems the shop is separated into small tricks, medium-sized tricks, large tricks, as well as a variety of bookshelves that would have all different types of magic books, including the bookshelf that Mirrors just went back, which is open, and you guys can go and explore back there if you wish as well.
I'd be afraid that we'd get in trouble for going back there.
I'll poke my head in and kind of do a little whoop, whoop, look both ways thing.
So back here, there is a the hall kind of like branches out into a T section. At one end of this hall, there's a spiral staircase that goes up to the second floor of the shop. Which most of these buildings in this part of the town, they're usually like they're also double as apartments. So that's probably where Smoke and Mirrors actually live. At the other end of this hall, you see like the restroom, and then there's another door that leads off, and you can see lights kind of like flashing back there, as well as two voices. One of them you recognize as Mir's, but you don't quite recognize the other one.
Velvet, what are you doing?
There's a spiral staircase back here. Oh, those are perfect for making grand entrances, especially in fancy dresses.
Yes, that's true. That probably leads up to their apartment, though, so we probably shouldn't go up there.
Aw. Okay.
I feel the same way, though.
Still, you absolutely have to let me put you in a ball gown one day. I think you'd look great in it.
Oh, yes, I would. I'd love to do that, actually.
Drone outside as you're kind of like getting everything up, and you set up your little boiler to boil all your hot dogs. You start hearing a voice, a very small, soft voice. Go, what you doing?
I just kind of like slowly turn my head and kind of look for whoever's addressing me.
All right, so there is a small child, a mouse, and he's wearing what looks like typical magician garb, the big long cloak, the big top hat. He's wearing these glasses, and everything is just a little bit too big on him. The sleeves go down over his hands. The hat kind of like he's constantly having to readjust it back up because it's slipping back down over his eyes.
Oh my god, that's adorable.
What? Are you making hot dogs?
Yeah, setting up shop.
Are they ready? I want a hot dog. Can I have a hot dog?
It'll be a little bit, but yeah, you'll know when they're ready.
All right. I'm going to go inside now.
You're going to be in the show?
I'm going to try. Maybe Mr. Smoke will actually let me try out.
Oh, well, I think I hope you get in, and I just keep working.
All right. And he walks through the door, which of course jingles a little bell over top the door. Ding, 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 ding. He walks in, and he just kind of like almost naturally just kind of walks around behind the counter and starts messing with things on the shelves.
Kiddo, are you sure you should be doing that?
Oh yeah, I'm fine. Mr. Smoke lets me do this all the time. Yeah, he says practice is perfect. Makes me very good. And he kind of looks at you, Twilight, and he gives a great big smile. And he's like, hey, hi, what is it? How you doing, sugar butt? No, I don't think that's right. Keep in mind, this kid is about 8.
You are an adorable child.
I'm not sure you should be using that kind of language, though.
Oh, that's what the book said. Did you fall from heaven? Because that explains how you messed up your face. Wait, no, that doesn't sound right.
What is with this kid?
Twilight is just cracking up.
He gives a big smile. What's your name?
I'm Twilight of the Himasong.
It's nice to meet you, Twilight. I'm Cupid.
Well, your name certainly fits you, Cupid.
He gives just the biggest, brightest smile. He's blushing. He starts kicking his leg, hands behind his back, like, oh.
Must not hug. Must not cuddle.
So, are you all entering the talent show too?
Mm-hmm.
He looks at Sonnet and goes, oh, it's a bard. Hi, Mr. Bard.
Sonnet, that's your
Hello.
cue.
Hello, little one. Hello.
You're dressed all weird. You come from the Renaissance Fair? I like the Renaissance Fair. You get to see all the knights and stuff.
Why, this is my performing gear. It's what I particularly tend to wear when I want to perform.
He kind of gives you up and down. He kind of gives you a quizzical look. And it's like, I think I might be able to outbeat you then. See, Mr. Smoke has been helping me a lot with practice and stuff. And so I'm for sure going to win because I'm his favorite.
Well, we'll just have to see about that then, will we?
Yeah. And he kind of like shakes his hands so that way his sleeves are back up to where they're supposed to be. They're kind of like all bunched up because it's just so big on him. And he takes his hand and he goes, aha! And almost seeming magical, a deck of cards has appeared in his hand. Gives it a nice flip. He opens up the box, pulls it out, fans them. It's very clunky on this part. So a bunch of the cards are clumped up into big groups. He closes them, tries it again, gets it a little bit better on the second one. He goes, pick a card.
All right, he'll grab a card.
All right. Got a deck of cards here. Let's just see which card. So you got the 10 of hearts. And so Cupid is going to go, all right, put the card back up. Don't let me see it. Show it to everybody else.
He'll do that.
All right, so Cupid takes it and he's going to shovel it, and he's trying to be very careful as he grabs the cards. He's going to need to make a roll. And the cards fall out of his hands and all over the floor. He's like, oh, darn.
Oh, don't worry, little one. I'm sure you'll get the hang of it.
So he quickly kind of like, he's in this slight little panic mode. He tries to scoop up the cards. He tries to do it, pulls out a card, holds up the ace of diamonds. He goes, this is your card.
Sure, yeah, that's the card.
Really? He turns to look at it. I mean, yeah, of course it's your card. He just stands there bashfully, and then he kind of like just goes back behind a counter, having quickly lost interest in all of you.
He sure is enthusiastic.
I kind of follow him behind the counter. About those sleeves of yours, I could take those in so they fit properly if you want. Please let me take them in.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank goodness. I get down and I start pinning them. Actually, probably just as a really quick starts fixing them. It just drives me insane when anything's out of place, you know?
Sure.
I finish up fixing the...
You have a tomato on your head.
Huh? I look up. Oh, goodness, you mean my pin cushion. Yep, I sure do.
Were you that bad on stage that a tomato permanently got stuck to your head?
Well, no.
This kid is savage.
I get up a little huffy. Fix your own sleeves next time.
Don't think too badly of him, Velvet. He is just a child.
True.
It's the drum from your position outside. Another person kind of like walks up to the shop. It is one of the prettiest girls you probably have ever seen. She is this orange fox, and she is dressed like she's a cowgirl. She's carrying with her a little silver case labeled Jules Juggling. And she gives you a nice little polite tip of the hat as she walks by you and walks into the store with a ring Ring ding at the door. Oh, I didn't know others were already here. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Hi, I'm Velvet. Nice to meet you.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Velvet. My name is Jewel. And, you? I know you from somewhere, she says, looking at Twilight.
I wouldn't be surprised. I'm Twilight of the Hymn Ensemble.
You're one of the little indie bands that Mears likes to look into.
Yes.
She likes that sort of stuff. She's always looking for the next up-and-coming talent. She
Mm,
really took fond to your music.
I'm actually kind of surprised. We're really not that good. Trying to be humble here.
That's an admirable trait. And hello. She saunters up to Sonnet. And who might you be?
Well, hello, hey, Masana Troubadour. At your service, you'll take the hat off and bow again.
And you lost me at the voice.
He starts sniveling again.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. That was awfully rude of me. I assume you're all here for the talent show. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Mhm.
Wonderful. I cannot wait to see all your talents in performance. It'll be a good competition. As she goes up to the clipboard and signs her name. Now, Twilight, you said you've seen Smoke and Mirrors perform before, yes?
Yeah.
So you have seen Jewel open for them before as well.
I'm looking forward to your opening tonight.
Oh, I'm not opening. I have to. Smoke and Mirrors decided that it would be. My wife is making fun of the voice. I'm trying my best, all right? Trying to give her that Southern Belle charm, okay?
Sometimes Southern is also British, and you just have to kind of go with it.
You just gotta drawl it out a little more.
Draw it out
Just a little
more.
bit.
Just a little bit. Guess Jewel's British and not Southern.
Speak banjo.
I'll try. It's hard to do it with a feminine voice over top of it.
And anytime you want to say talk smack about someone, just say bless their heart afterwards, and it's okay.
Yep.
Yeah, just do it. That's the way we do it here in Texas.
Texas. I just need to get Neph to voice it. That's all I so Jewel goes, yes, Smoke and Mirrors. They wanted me to enter the competition fairly. They felt it wouldn't be fair if they just immediately hired me on for one of the spots, especially with so many other talents in the city. That's probably no better, is it?
Kind of, actually.
Just live your truth, Crow.
Well, I've seen you open for them before, so I figured you might be doing that.
Jill gives you a very polite smile. Goes, I'm sure you're going to do just fine, Twilight. No need to be nervous.
Thank you very much.
Afterwards, she walks up to the bookshelf and continues on to the backstage.
Mhm.
I wonder if we should be going backstage too. They did say we'd have time to rehearse and prep.
Yeah, that's true. We should probably follow. Well, as long as we have the.
There's a
flippers.
loud sigh from Cupid as well. Just, she's beautiful. Everybody's like, he's 8. Right. So, if you guys want to go to the back, that's up to you.
Yeah.
All right. So
We
each
can
of you-
always
I'm sorry.
we can always feign ignorance if we get in trouble. We'll say the mouse put us up to it.
Yeah. It's not very nice to the kid, but we did see Joel go back, so
He's a kid. They never get in trouble. They're too
yeah.
cute.
Yeah, he's adorable.
Are you guys talking about the guy outside selling hot dogs? Cupid asked.
I give him a pat on the head. Sure, hun.
All right, so you all follow Jewel to the back. Jewel has taken up a kind of like a little bit of corner. She has opened up her case, and table legs have sprouted out from the bottom of it. One of those fancy things. And she is currently practicing juggling 3 different colored balls. There's a table that's lined up along one wall with different type of refreshments that would be perfect for those who need to sing. Nothing too heavy, nothing salty, nothing sugary. Cucumbered water floating in a jar.
Ooh. This is cool.
Mears is up on stage with an empty door frame, currently clicking off a few things on the check mark, and she seems to be talking to somebody, but there's another voice in the room that seems to have no source. All right, sound systems are checked, sweetheart. Lighting is good. All the bulbs have been freshly replaced. All right, dear. Let us try it out then. And Mears takes a step up to the stage as if she's addressing to the empty chairs that fill up the majority of this room. He goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Smoke and Mirrors Magic Shop. Today we will be performing the talent show to determine who will be the winner of the variety show. The winner of the talent show will become winning the leading acts in the Smoke and Mirrors variety show. And without further ado, our MC and lead judge for the evening, my dear and lovely and handsome husband, Smoke Magic." And the doorframe lets off a flash of white smoke, and Smoke is standing in the empty doorframe.
His last name is Magic.
Of course it is.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
And Smoke kind of like steps out from the doorframe, holds his hands out high, throws confetti up into the air, and his cane appears from it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I welcome you to the stage. And now for our first contestant. And he stops right there and he looks at everybody else and goes, "Ah, the talent has arrived." Hello, hello. And how are we all doing today?
Pretty well, Mr. Magic Sir. Thanks for asking.
Smoke
Yes,
is
we're
just fine.
doing well.
Hello, Velvet. Good to meet you, Twilight. Hello, Sonnet. It is fantastic to meet you.
Oh, the pleasure is mine.
Mr. Magic, it is a pleasure to meet you. Pleasure.
So, I assume that you all are probably getting ready. Anything you all need, especially from me? I want to make sure that my guests are happy and comfortable.
I don't think there's anything we need. Twilight looks over Velvet. Raises an eyebrow.
I kind of pull my trunk around behind me. Just somewhere to stash all my costumes till showtime, I guess.
All right, well, you can go right on ahead backstage. There's the dressing rooms, boys on the right, girls on the left.
Ooh,
Oh,
There's
how
the
very proper.
Yes.
Yes.
There should be a temporary name tag at each dresser for each of you, so that way you can provide all the different things you need. We have backup makeups and extra clothing and costumes if you need it, and just in case anything is missing, go ahead and do your mic checks, and we'll be beginning soon.
all right.
Looks like we're missing about 3 more of you guys. And Smoke kind of like starts to wander back off. He's walking with his cane, talking to his wife. He gives a polite wave to Jewel, who is now juggling 5 balls, each one a different color.
So, Velvet, shall we head backstage and check out our rooms?
Yes, let's.
Alright.
Twilight's tail is wagging happily as she and Velvet go backstage.
Cute.
Well, I've got a tail. I might as well use it.
I'm a bear, so I more just have like a stub.
Alright, Sonnet, as you walk by to your room, Smoke kind of gives you a look. And it's just kind of like slightly don't try anything glare as he puts an arm around Mirrors and kind of like leads her away from you just a little bit.
The bard's reputation precedes him.
He kind of gives like a half-hearted shock. They're like, I would never.
Drone outside. You hear that small little voice again. Are the hot dogs ready?
I just like lift up. I just lift up the thing, and then it's like, yep, sure are. You want one?
He holds up $1.
It's like, I fish one out with my long finger, set it in the bun, just I was like, hand it over and whatnot, and I take his money, and whatnot, and it's like, here, enjoy.
Can I get ketchup and mustard?
Yeah, there's condiments on the side over here, and I just kind of point to the little condiment area. Whatnot.
So
Help
Cupid
yourself.
Oh. Hell, the violations.
My
My hands are gloved.
The long finger just kind of poking through.
So Cupid, he starts putting on the mustard and the ketchup, and he's trying to do that thing where it's like got the wave to it.
Mhm.
But it's not working.
He's 8. So it's not very dexterous. And then he takes just way too much. Like he takes a spoonful, but it's like a spoon full. So it's like
Not a teaspoon, but a tablespoon.
more like a chair spoon. Just he just puts that on there, and he starts trying to eat the hot dog. And he goes, "Oh, it's
Too
great." Obviously,
Too much condiment.
I was like, say, well, you already ate it, so no refunds. But if you ever want another one, I'll put them on for you next time. And
I mean, you probably should have put it on for him for the first time. I mean, it is
I
a
was
little kid after all.
that's very true. I give him like a heap of napkins.
Walking up to your stand is a dove wearing this goth attire. Wearing dark makeup. She's just kind of glaring at you a little bit, and she's just tapping her foot a little bit.
Hello, ma'am.
Crossed. I mean, you should be ashamed of yourself. Trying to get this kid all fattened up like that. He's already enough trouble on his own as it is.
Would you like a hot dog, ma'am?
Hot dog. Would I like a hot dog? It's one of these disgusting, nasty little things. Have you seen the documentaries on these things? How they're made?
Yes.
She hands you $1. I actually really want a hot dog. I missed breakfast this morning.
Any condiments on that, ma'am? I start pulling out one for her.
No, I like it plain.
Me too. I hand it to her.
And she takes a bite, eats it, and goes, "Oh, these are actually good."
Yeah, they're pretty good. I mean, it's like you can get a little sick of them if you eat them like several days in a row. But I mean, hey, it's that's the employee lunch for you.
Well, you really should try to eat better for yourself. It would probably help a little bit with your complexion.
I try. I'm poor.
Oh,
While
I'm sorry. That was rude.
it's don't worry about it. It's
My name's Clover.
like drone. They just kind of hold my hand out.
She kind of looks at your gloved, wet, greasy, dripping hand.
Oh, sorry. I just take it off. There you go.
Tenderly just shakes your hand. Now
I gotta wash my hands again. And I just start washing, and I just start like sanitizing my hands and putting on new gloves.
Come on, Cupid. Let's not bother the man. Let him do his job. And she starts to escort the young child back inside. Cupid kind of looks at you, drone, and mouths silently, "Help me." So, those of you in the backstage, you're seeing the different little rooms that are set up. It is kind of small and a little cramped. It's not a huge place, but most of the stage takes up the largest portion of the building. But there's like three little mirrors with the little lights that circle around it, so that way there's plenty of lighting upon you, so you can see exactly what it is you're trying to do. Little privacy area in the back for each of you. Which is basically like a small little booth with a curtain in front of it to quickly change into whatever costume you need to, and then back out to apply your stage makeup. And it's the same thing for the boys as well. And that's when Clover kind of walks into the girls' changing room with you, Twilight and Velvet.
I kind of sniff my little bare nose in the air. Something smells like mustard. No one got any on them, did they?
Oh, God. That little brat wiped his mouth on my shirt.
Oh, goodness. Mustard stains are very difficult to get out.
They are. I've had to do that.
Bright yellow on black. It is. I'm going to be scrubbing at this for hours.
Black. You're not a fan of Goth Lolita by any chance, are you? Oh, goodness, I just love making those pretty black lacy dresses.
Clover kind of blushes as she stiffens up a little bit. And you notice she's hiding a duffel bag, almost kind of like behind her back, almost.
Are you Clover?
Yes, I am Clover.
It's very nice to meet you. I'm Twilight of the Hidden Ensemble.
I've never heard of you.
I would not expect you to. We're a tiny little indie band.
Well, it's always good to try to see a band try to make it on their own. Small business is a very important thing, and it's important not to buy from big corporations and all that.
Yeah, very important.
What type of music do you perform?
A little bit of almost everything.
A little bit. A wide variety of change in the taste is always important.
Yeah.
I'll be interested in seeing what you how you performed, Twilight.
Thank you.
I like
Are
your
you
dress.
performing, Clover?
Yes, I have a routine, but I don't usually do it publicly very much.
Are you trying to leave it a big surprise, or can we have a hint?
We'll just leave it a surprise.
Then I
Okay.
can't wait to see what you do.
I kind of sigh. I do mean it, though. Those wings would look absolutely lovely up against some black lace. Well, let me know if you ever need a costume made.
All right, I'll be sure to let you know in Clover. Kind of like sets her duffel bag into one of these little booths that are set aside. And she kind of walks up to the table that has her name on it and starts kind of looking through all the drawers, double checking. She sets up a little makeup counter. Sonic, you seem to largely have your area alone.
We'll just look at, let's see here. We got people who do magic. We got people singing. Let's see here. And basically, he just starts emptying his interdimensional pocket onto the makeup table.
Just really deep pockets.
Let's see, ukulele? No. Motorcycle? No.
Motorcycle.
You don't want to know how deep those pockets go.
I did say they run on cartoon logic, so.
Yeah. Cartoon logic says they're endless.
That's probably what he's looking through his pockets to see what kind of act does he want to do.
So while you're unloading your pockets, Cupid wanders in and goes, "Where'd you get the motorcycle?"
Oh, no.
Let me take care of that. He grabs it and will stuff it back into his pocket.
No. Can I drive it?
I mean, do you have a license?
I have a library card.
You know what? He'll pull it back out of the pocket. What's the worst that can happen?
No.
You hear this screeching of a tire. I assume it's probably not actually like a real motorcycle. It's probably a bicycle.
Or like one of those teeny tiny ones.
Teeny
Yeah.
tiny ones. Yeah, this is one of
That's
those
what
little
I'm
mini scooters.
envisioning right now.
So you
Guys,
hear some
doing-
screech, something crash in the hall outside the dressing rooms. A screech from smoke and mirrors on stage, and a loud crash as Cupid drives the motorcycle off the stage and into the orchestra pit.
What was that? I'll race
Where
out
did
to
you
check.
get a motorcycle?
Cupid, what are you? Okay, who gave Cupid a motorcycle?
I rush over to him, start like immediately mending his clothes. Are you all right?
I jump down and make sure he's okay. Are you okay, Cupid?
I'm all right. I think I turned out just fine. And Cupid kind of smiles up at the two of you. Smoke kind of off in the corner. You just see him slap himself in the face. Just, oh my god. Cupid, no. What did I tell you? You just smile and say, no, ow, I'm hurt. And you get smoke smacked in the back of the head by mirrors. Mirrors goes and tries to start picking up the motorcycle, and you just hear her mutter, my gosh, these boys are driving me crazy.
I bet it was the bard.
Cupid, where did you get the motorcycle? I won't say. Cupid. No.
He's not a fink.
Snitches get stitches. Bad boys don't get to perform in the show. It was Spade. Spade gave it to me.
Blame Spade for everything.
He's not
Who's
even
Spade?
stupid. Smoke kind of just rolls his eyes and goes, "It's a long story." And yes, he is going to be performing his routine. I'm sure it's going to be wonderful, whatever it is. Mirror's also just rolls her eyes.
You two don't seem very enthusiastic.
Mirrors will kind of like pipe up and go, "Spade used to bully Smoke a lot when they were kids. And he never kind of grew out of that." Smoke goes, "Oh yeah, all the classic swirlies and take your lunch monies and all that sort of things. And then when we got older and teenagers, he tried to flirt with my girlfriend. And now that we're full-grown adults, he's constantly trying to undermine my marriage."
The big bully.
Yeah.
What's a swirly?
It's rare the bigger bullies will take the nerd or the geek or whatever, the victim, and push their head into a toilet and then flush the toilet.
Oh my, that sounds unpleasant
It is. It is very unpleasant
and messy.
and wet.
And unsanitary.
Incredibly. I got sick quite often from it. Mears goes, "Well, it didn't always end up too bad after all." And she kind of smiles at him. He kind of smiles back at her. Yeah. His bullying got me to meet you in a strange little way.
Is it just me, Velvet, or is that smile a little dopey? Velvet. Blue.
What?
I just said something to Velvet.
Could you repeat it, please? Sorry.
That smile looks a bit dopey, doesn't it?
Oh yes, I think they're definitely very much in love, which is good since they're married.
Mm-hmm.
So Mears gets the motorcycle back on the stage and kind of pushes it back to you, Sonic, and goes, "Don't let that happen again, please. We would hate to disqualify you."
Well, what happened? I didn't do that.
Mears just kind of looks at you and goes, "Mm-hmm." Sonic, when you turn around, Clover is standing in the hall back to the dressing rooms behind you. She gives you a quick up once and down. And you kind of like see these little hearts kind of appear in her eyes. She goes, "Hey."
Oh, hello.
"I'm Clover. What's your name, handsome?"
Sonnet Terminal, at your service.
"Sonnet. I hope you're performing, yes?"
Of course, I plan on winning.
"Oh, you're a winner." And you just see Jewel kind of like step around you. Sonnet, she grabs Clover by the arm and goes, "No, none of that." For those of you in the audience who don't know, because we didn't go over our stats, Sonnet has a detriment called, what was it, chick magnet or something?
Love magnet.
Love magnet, and he has
-3.
-3, so girls are just naturally attracted to him. It's just, if I understand that right, that's what it meant, right?
Yep.
To a hindering degree.
To a hindering degree.
Yeah.
So Sonnet's life is constantly plagued with fangirls. So, Your characters are free to roam about the magic shop, ask questions of any of the characters there, or even like show off a bit of their rehearsal. Who would like to be the first one to try?
Sure, I'll try to show off.
I think I'll go next.
So, let's see if I'm doing. I think I'm just gonna try to like costume. Like, okay, I'm gonna do cartoon logic and really, really like speedy, fast, all swirly and shit. Make a dress.
All right, so you're going to speed, make a dress.
Yeah. What? Hey Hex, do you remember? Do you add like the base dice to it, or do you just do your modifiers?
I believe it's base dice and then add and subtract your modifiers of.
And is that 2 for stuff like this, or is it 1?
It's as far as I know, it's like the base is always 2.
It's always 2, right? Okay, so let's see. Okay, so 2. I get to roll lots and lots of dice when I make things. It's fun. Okay. Oh gosh. Runaway dice. Too many of them. And then it looks like I got a 9.
A 9, so that is pretty impressive. Smoke and mirrors clap from the judges' stand in the front row. How does everybody else react?
That is so pretty.
Oh, well, actually, let's let Velvet describe what happened.
Okay.
So yeah, you just you see her taking pins and stuff out of her pincushion hat, and it just looks like, you know, the cartoon like smoke of motion with like little stars blinging out everywhere. She does stuff really fast, and then she swirls around and shows off a dress that's a really plain cut, but it sewn into it. It looks like the sky at twilight, and she'll present it to Twilight and say, "Ta-da for you!"
Oh, thank you so much. It's so very pretty. I think I will go change into this. And a minute later, Twilight comes back out. Ta-da!
Oh, it looks so pretty on you.
Thank you.
Smoke kind of like nods. And he's smiling. Mirrors gives him a quick elbow. Just looks like it's a pretty dress. Yeah, it's the dress you're looking at.
Space Junk said, "Who gets one shot?"
Probably going to be Sonnet.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
All right. Twilight, you wanted to go next?
Yeah. Should I just roll before doing anything, or?
Yeah, do the roll.
Okay. Oh man, I got a 3.
How many?
Hold on, let's make sure you rolled the amount of dice right. How many dice did you roll?
I rolled 2d6.
2d6 because you have a +2 to your performance.
Oh, no, I didn't add that.
So that's 2 more dice, and then
So wait, 4 dice?
yeah, like all of your abilities and whatnot, pretty much just add more dice.
Yeah, as long as they relate. Like if you took cute or beautiful, since you're doing a performance, that would probably factor into like anything that makes sense. Like I took extra for knowledge and passion when I rolled mine because I have both of those things concerning costume design.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see. Yeah, I have performer. So let's try that again, shall we?
Yep.
What?
But ultimately, in the end, it's whichever one just ends up the highest, but you get to add doubles, correct?
10 a.m.?
It's like if you have, like, say, if you had a 3, 4, and a 5, your result is a 5. But if you had a 6 and 2 1s, your result is 2 because the ones take precedence.
I don't.
Oh no! Do we have another situation where Neph doesn't have a character sheet?
No, I have my character sheet. It was 6413
So that's a
and
6.
NAN.
NAN? What? What?
Not available.
That's weird.
Yeah,
Okay, we'll just ignore-
I'm just. Should
we'll
I
just-
just roll again?
Yeah, just roll again.
Okay. A 20.
All right.
Wow.
Did you roll 4 5s?
No, I rolled 2 4s and 2 6s, so I might as well have.
So,
So
you
it's
got
a 12. So it's a
because
12.
The sixes take precedent, which 12 is, I think, the highest the DCs can go, because that's like
Okay.
almost like otherworldly your performance.
I think you could go higher, but yeah, 12 is very, very good.
12 is
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah.
All right, so now you're actually.
Okay.
So you want to do you do your thing.
Give me a moment. I always do better when I'm standing. And
Okay.
I'm just sitting. Hush now, my baby. Be still now, don't cry. Sleep as you walked by the stream. Sleep and remember my last lullaby. So I'll be with you when you dream. River, river, flow gently for me. Such precious cargo you bear. Do you know somewhere he can be free? River, deliver him there. Sorry.
That was really good.
Velvet claps. Oh, I love that song. You did so great.
Thank you.
Mears is jumping up out of her chair, going, "She sung my favorite song. That was my favorite song." So it's kind of like pulling her back down. Calm down, calm down. Save it for the show, dear. Twilight, my dear, that was beautiful. Absolutely stunning.
Thank you very much. Do any of you feel better? Like any aches and pains you might have had during the day, Dawn?
Eh?
Well, the thing about Twilight's thing is that she's a healer and she uses her voice to do so.
I feel better, Mir says. It's a beautiful song.
Thank you very much.
Well, the pinpricks from earlier seem to be gone.
All right. Smoke looks at the list and goes, all right. Next one is Sonnet.
He will come out, set it, and say, "Thank you, thank you, thank you," and he takes a big old bow.
All right.
All right, so because of the performance, he would use the charismatic and performer roles connected, right?
Yes.
Yep, those numbers plus 2 for your base roll.
All right, so +3 +2, so then that would be 6 die, or am I getting that wrong?
What's your skill in the 2 skills you're using?
+3 charismatic, and +2 performer.
So
you
you'd be
would roll
rolling about
7.
7.
Okay, got it. All right, so 7d6, so that's a 33.
No, it's not you don't add them all.
So you roll d6 and add the 2. Okay, I'm sorry, I misunderstood. Then it's I rolled a 6, so...
Like how many? Well, how many?
You roll them all.
You roll that number of dice, and then you add your highest pairs of anything.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
rolled...
it's-
Okay, I'm sorry about that. I
Think
rolled
of
3
it like
6s.
poker. 3 6s.
Yeah.
18.
Wow, yeah.
Wow. All right. So what does Sonic do?
You rolled an 18. Were you listening? No, okay.
Yeah, he rolled an 18. I rolled an 18. That means I did really good. It's like, that's not how this works.
You know, it's because of the bit earlier between Smoke and Magic. I think he's going to try to do a magic trick.
Oh no. Right,
Sonic gives a wink to Mirror as like this jazzy music starts to play, and he just starts going around pulling cards out of his sleeves.
all right. So make it look like you're pulling them out of thin air.
Yeah.
God damn, you actually picked a really hard trick to do.
With an 18, he deserved it.
Yeah, he did it. And Smoke kind of like glaring at that. And you just see kind of Smoke's mumbling a little bit. And here's this clapping. Jules clapping from the sideline. She stops clapping to grab Clover by the back of her shirt, pulling her back off stage. Twilight Velvet, Drone. How about you? What do you three act like? Is Drone even back there?
No, I've still been out front this whole time while you
He's
were
still
rehearsing.
making hot dogs. Yeah, I definitely clap and go, wow, maybe he's cuter than I thought.
That was kind of interesting. Cute. Yeah, kind of cute. She's a bit of an airhead, so
Things just go over her head.
yeah, that's one of the reasons why I haven't had people over him, because
Yeah.
she doesn't really notice.
She's too stupid to know she's being flirted with.
Delancey all over again.
not stupid, but it's more.
Unaware.
Yeah, she's unaware.
Unless it's very direct, like with Cupid.
Yeah. At which point she still doesn't get it, but she knows something's going on.
Alright. So after Sonic does his impressive routine of appearing cards, Cupid comes running up on stage. Yeah, my turn. And Smoke's like, no. Look, Cupid, you can watch all you want because I think it's important for your training, but you're too young to be coming on this type of show. But I've been trying really hard. No, your mom would kill me if I try to take you out late night. It would be past your bedtime. Can I at least try? He looks at like everybody off stage as if you're going to help.
I start chanting, let him try. Let him try.
Surely letting him show us what he can do during rehearsal wouldn't be too bad, as long as he was home before bedtime.
Mm-hmm. All right. Go ahead, Cupid. Show us what you got. Cupid smiles, and he reaches into his great big coat, fiddling around a little bit. Spends like a good minute just looking for whatever it is he's looking for. You just see Smoke just kind of like shaking his head a little bit. It's just, oh man. And Cupid pulls out a set of rings. He starts showing them off. Cupid gets 1 dice because he has no bonuses. All right. So you can clearly tell that one of the sets of rings that he's holding here are already linked. And when he holds one up to show, you see a great big gap in one of them. And he starts trying to put these rings together, and he's like slamming 2 rings together that don't connect because they're totally solid. And he's like, I don't. Oh, and Smoke's like, it's a good try, Cupid. You still need to work on that one a little bit. Show us something else. And Cupid's like, oh, okay. He puts the rings back together, puts them back in his coat, fiddles around a bit, and he starts pulling out a silk. He got big, large yellow silk. That's better. And he starts to like push it into his hand. He opens up his hand, and the silk is gone. He shows off, and Smokes goes, good. Keep it going. Cupid puts his paws back together, makes the silk reappear. Does a kind of like a little fancy thing where he like throws the silk up in the air, catches it in one hand, slides it back through one hand, and now it's red. From your angles, you can kind of like see a little bit of like his thumb tip showing, but obviously this is something he's way more practiced in. He's doing a better job at.
Mm-hmm.
The Smoke goes, that's real good, Cupid. You've gotten so good. Keep up the practice, all right? Isn't he doing great?
Yes, well done. Yay, clapping.
That was very well done indeed. Polite clap.
Cupid smiles at the 2 of you. Just see Smoke shaking his head. Oh, this kid's going to get me in trouble. All right. At that point, Jewel is going to take her turn on the stage. But Drone, we're going to go to you for a moment.
Okay.
Do you have a skill associated with selling hot dogs?
Not particularly.
I was going to see how many tips you made.
If I even get to... Okay. I guess I'll just roll my base dice.
Sounds like
I roll. I rolled a pair of 3s. It makes a 6.
I think we lost Crow.
Jinkies is doing things.
I think I hear Jinky's bell.
Yep.
I'm sorry about that. My cat's messing with. Found a toy that was loud.
We can hear it.
Let's see. I rolled a pair of 3s, making a 6, and also like sometime during the thing, a car pulls up, and my mom pulls out comes out with a big old trunk for me, and she's like, "Thanks, Mom. I'll." And then like sometime during the thing and whatever, I'm just like take out this like very worn, very plain like practice marionette or whatever. So I'm as I'm dealing with customers, I'm just practicing with that with one hand.
All right. So you're practicing with this marionette
while I'm working. That's like I can't make it to rehearsals, so I'm just trying to.
The marionette's making hot dogs with you. It is somehow equally as depressed.
Yeah.
No.
All right. At this point, another person walks up to your stand and he slaps down a 10. Goes 10 hot dogs.
Coming right up, sir.
Is this who I think it is?
What does he look like?
He is big guy. Bulldog, big jolly. He's wearing these dark sunglasses.
Yep, it's Spade.
And you have him hot dogs, and he just starts chowing them down. Good stuff.
Thank you, sir. I just kind of, as I just kind of wipe down everything, and as I'm fiddling with my marionette.
What are you doing with that stupid puppet?
Practicing.
You're going
Yeah,
to be in
that's
the
who
show.
I think it is.
Well, I mean, I signed up earlier, and not to mention I needed the extra hours, so I'm kind of doing a little both.
Right. Good luck with that.
Well, enjoy your day, sir.
He walks into the shop, and then he walks into the back, and everybody can just kind of tell his presence as he kind of trudges into the room. And he goes, "Hey, the actual talent is here." And Smoke's like, "Oh boy." Smoke turns to look at him and goes, "All right, Spade, I agreed to let you show off just a little bit because you said you had an act. See if you actually have any talent in that muscle-headed, brainless skull of yours." Spade walks up the steps and he goes, "You're going to see just what I can do, little kitty cat." He stops, looks at Twilight, and goes, "Hey, nice dress there, sweet.
Thank
What's
you,
your name?"
Twilight?
"It's good to see you, Twilight." "Yeah, how about after this, me and you, we go down, just go get some dinner or something, you know?"
How about now? I'm sorry, I have plans for later.
"All right, suit yourself." He walks out onto stage, kind of like pushing Jula out of the way, who knocking her balls down, just Jula kind of just golfing at him.
Twilight goes over and helps pick the balls back up.
And Jula's like, "I don't understand what Clover sees in that man." Velvet, where you're at, right next to Sonic, Clover is just leaning a little bit out on the stage and just going, "He's so handsome."
I just lean over to her. Who is the large, rude man?
"That's Spade. He's rough around the edges, I admit, but I could fix him."
I don't think all of the taffeta in the world could fix that man.
No, but a surgery might. Terrible joke.
Yeah, he's probably going to set off my code of honor.
"And what's your code of honor?"
God, I didn't give it a number. I'm thinking level 1 right now.
Level 1?
Yeah. Because it's... I'm thinking it right now it's going to be a sense of fair play.
Sense of fair play. And you can definitely
Yeah.
tell this guy is not the type of guy who's going to play fair.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a big brute. And you've heard
Yeah,
how
that's
he's
one
apparently
of the
Smoke's
reasons why I
childhood bully and all
said
that
no.
messiness. Yep. All right. So Spade sets down this suitcase he brought up with him. He opens it up, and he pulls out of all things a frying pan.
Oh,
Smoke
this is going to go badly.
Yep. Say he's gonna do his thing. It's not very impressive, but it is. Oh, actually, he's got intimidates as well. So he gets 3 dice for intimidate,
Is he intimidating us with the frying pan?
and then he's strong. He has almost no performances actually. Ooh, that's a 12. So he takes the frying pan. He kind of like just spins it around a little bit, and you can tell just by the way he spins it, it's more that he's just mocking what he's seen, and rather than what he has practiced. And then he takes the frying pan in both hands, and he just rolls it up, it creaking and groaning underneath the pressure. And then he takes a second one, does the same thing to it. Takes a third one, does the same thing to it, and it ends with a phone book that he just rips in half. One of these big strongman routines.
Velvet kind of puts her paw to her face. Well, that is rather impressive, though. In my experience, strong men don't wear nearly that much clothing.
Don't tempt him.
Twilight's
Look
just
over at
checking
you,
her
Gus,
nails.
and just gives you a very disturbing smile. Just oh.
Twilight's just checking her nails, not at all interested in his quote-unquote performance.
Sonnet, what about you?
He doesn't care one bit about the performance by Spade. He's already kind of like thinking of it. Mentally he's thinking about his congratulations speech and
I want to thank you all for coming out to my show.
A gun show.
Bow, bow.
Wah, wah, wah.
Smoke goes, well, that was impressive. I'll admit. We'll see how you do when the last judge gets here.
Last judge.
Mm-hmm. Our sponsor for the whole shindig. She wanted to be left unaware of what everybody was going to do and didn't want to miss rehearsal. So she's missing rehearsals on purpose.
Oh.
Hmm?
That kind of makes sense, I suppose.
She's a bit eccentric like that.
I just nod. Yes, it seems like most people in show business are.
Right. So Spade's gonna walk up from the back of the stage and he's gonna look down at you, Velvet. He's big, massive dude. Because you said something about clothing.
Yes, I'm a costume designer.
Can you whip me up a costume? Kind of like that classic strongman thing, big Superman sort of deal.
Superman sort of deal. So a onesie with underwear. Well, it is.
Twilight's just having a lot of trouble suppressing her laughter.
Cupid is also laughing with you, Twilight. Jewel is kind of like stifling a laugh behind a Paul, but Clover, just like if more hearts could appear, they have. It's just as if she's thinking about that sort of image. And Spade's like, no, maybe not the underwears on the outside.
Well, sure. I think I could whip something up. Okay. Rolling all of my dice again. Let's see. So, I got more ones than anything else, so I have to take the ones.
No.
I got 4 ones, which makes it a 4.
So it is
A loincloth.
Literally, yeah. I just hold up like this bright pink Speedo. Here, I think this complements your fur color.
You have got to be kidding me. Smoke
you
is
doing?
laughing. It's just...
And I can't hide my laughter anymore. And my code of
Jewel
conduct has
is
been
practically-
alleviated.
Jewel is on the floor. Cupid has snot running down his nose.
I take it over to Clover. Help me out here. Don't you think he'd look good in this? She just starts foaming at the mouth, apparently.
I think that's a yes.
You can see Spade kind of like take a worried step back away from Clover. And Clover's actually going to snatch it out of your hand, Velvet, and start like walking closer to it. And Spade's like, no, you stay away. No. And she just chases him out of the theater. Just no.
That's certainly one way to get rid of him.
Oh dear.
Oops.
Jewel walks up to you, Velvet, and goes, well done indeed.
What did I do?
Not really the big dumb bully, that's what you did.
Oh, well, all right then.
I could tell he wasn't kind, which is why I turned him down earlier.
Yeah. You know, if you ever stop thinking with his muscles and actually start thinking about it in his heart, he might actually be a decent person one day.
Maybe.
Joe looks over at Sonnet. Is anybody even aware in there? She just starts waves a hand in front of Sonnet.
Yeah. Sorry.
You look at Jewel and she's holding one of these rolled up frying pans that Spade dropped.
Like, oh, who did that? He was completely oblivious to Spade's performance. He didn't even want.
Yeah, just totally gone throughout the entirety of it.
Like I said, he was all the entire time. He's just been doing his congratulations speech.
Yeah. Smoke's gonna look at you, Sonnet, and goes, "Don't get too ahead of yourself now." Jill, please continue with your rehearsal. And Jewel's gonna walk back out. She's gonna take out of her set. She's going to assemble a unicycle up there on stage real quick. Get up on it, and she starts juggling a large quantity of these colored balls. So she has balance. She has juggling skills. She's got some good performances. Ooh. That's another 12. So Jewel does a really good job of moving around the stage while keeping these balls afloat in the air. Its juggling is way more visual than actual describing. She makes them go into all these wide variety of different arches, a variety of different patterns. She keeps them going, making them go from really wide to really up close very suddenly. As she's maintaining her balance up on this high seat one-wheeled unicycle. She eventually brings it around to the stage, jumps off of it, catches each ball, balancing them each on top of one another in one hand before she drops them one at a time back into her case.
I clap. Yay!
That was quite impressive.
Joel gives a nod. Thank you. All right. Smoke goes, all right, Clover. Still gone? Drone, Spade comes running out of the shop, just going, no, you stay away from me, you freaky bird. Clover just kind of hangs at the shop door and goes, but you look so cute. And it looks like she's wearing like a pink, she's holding this pink Speedo in her hand.
Thank you for getting all those ones, Blue. Serious.
You're welcome.
If anyone deserved it, it was Spade.
All right. So now Clover kind of like saunters back in. Drone's business is kind of slowing down just a little bit at this point.
Let's see. Let's see. At that moment, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna like lock up the register, just hang up a little sign that says like back in 10 minutes or whatever. Take the big old trunk and haul it in, and I ask someone like, hey, where's the dressing rooms, or where can I set up for my act later?
You must. Spade's gone. I probably should change out of his thing. Go back to smoke. All right. Smoke goes looking. He goes, you must be Drone. Yeah. Finally got done selling hot dogs out there.
It's been kind of slowing down, so I figured I'd at least set up while I had some time to kill.
Dressing rooms are in the back, my boy.
So I just kind of bow my head and schlep my thing into the.
So the dressing rooms, of course, as I described, you got the nice. It's actually kind of nice and cozy. If there's anything specific any of the characters want to do at this time, you just let me know. You guys are pretty much free to explore the magic shop in the stage and anywhere else you think you could get into some trouble.
Let's see.
Let's see. Well, I'm just gonna like unpack everything, get my set up my little stage area and whatnot, and make sure all my puppets are organized properly and everything like that. So as soon as when the show starts and I'm ready and it's my turn to go on, I could just wheel everything out and without any hassle. And
all right, so you're doing some early stage prep. Awesome. All right. Smoke is, of course, he's writing a few things down. He's wheeling out a few larger magic props to get his whole thing set up for his entrance. Mears is constantly running back and forth. Occasionally, the bell rings from the magic shop, and she goes and handles whatever customer has arrived. You're free to talk to any of the characters.
I think I want to try.
Excuse me.
I think I want to try to fix the frying pans.
You want to try to fix the frying pans?
Yeah.
All right. Any skill you have related to strength, you may try.
I was going to use Magic Arcane since I have that.
I'm sorry, the magic's not real in this setting.
Oh, yeah. You told me it was fine, though.
Yeah, I thought you were going to be using it as like stage magic and stuff.
No, I didn't give myself something like that. Oops, probably should have.
Clover and Jewel are having a conversation. If any of you want to join in on that.
Yeah, no, I think I'm just gonna check them over, see how badly they were.
All right. So check them over. When you lift one up, you notice that it's a little bit lighter than you think a regular frying pan should be.
That's actually, his act was actually not that impressive.
Jill looks over at you. What do you mean, sugar?
Oh, here, hold this frying pan. First, tell me how heavy you think this should be.
Jill takes it, weighs it in her hand. She kind of gives a little flip with it, and goes, "This is one real cheap frying pan."
Yeah, not impressive. I think it's both. I pick up the other one.
It's a similar situation.
Yeah, they're both cheap frying pans. Huh.
Jill's going to take like the curl part of it, and she's just going to takes a little bit of effort, but she starts to uncurl it. He goes, yeah, this is cheap and fake.
Figured. And since they're flimsy, I'm gonna try and do it too.
All right. Yeah, it takes a little bit of effort, but you are able to unfold these things. They don't go back to their full flat out shape because obviously they've been damaged.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was definitely using faked frying pans. Like this is like some Dollar Tree level frying pan.
Yeah. Okay, so what's that?
Yeah,
conversation about?
I'm gonna listen in too.
You're gonna listen into what?
The conversation you said, I think Clover and Mears were having.
It's Clover and Jewel.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So Clover and Jewel, they seem to be talking about some other person. You hear the name, a name called Gaff get mentioned a couple of times. Apparently, Jill looks over at you and goes, "Oh, what's so funny?"
No, I'm sorry. That was out of character. That's a very fortunate name.
Okay. So apparently Clover is talking to Jewel about Gaff, and Jewel seems to be a little bit embarrassed.
Who's Gaff?
He's a friend of Smoke's. He's been out of town for a while, but he said he might be back in time for the show, and it. Mm-hmm.
Oh. Do you and he have history?
A little bit of history. Clover rolls her eyes and goes, "A little bit." You two are on and off relationship all the way through. He travels a lot.
What's he do?
And he's a stand-up comedian.
Listen. No, that question would be rude.
So, oh, go ahead.
Is he successful with his routine?
He's fairly successful.
Then I hope we get to see some of his act when he's here, if he makes it.
We'll see. We'll see. So, Sonnet, you see that Drone has set up his little stuff in the dressing room. Probably even see Drone kind of getting it all set up.
Oh, what you got there?
Oh, hello again. Just setting up my puppet show.
Oh, a puppet show, eh? Well, that's quite entertaining.
Yeah, I do my best with it.
I'm sure you'll knock him dead out there.
Thank you, sir. I hope I hope you do well as I hope you do well as well.
Well, thank you kindly for that. Thank you kindly.
All right. So you guys seem like you need to pick this up a little bit. Oh God. So there's a brief moment where everybody is kind of separated, doing all their little bits, chores, and that's when Clover lets out a scream from the women's dressing room.
Clover? Uh-oh. Twilight hurries over.
Yep, I go over to knock on the door.
Yep.
Clover?
Are you in there?
And there is a foul odor coming from within the women's dressing room.
What is this?
Who's going to be brave enough to open the door?
I take a deep breath and plug my nose and push the door open.
All right. So Clover is standing there with that duffel bag she had. It is unzipped open, and there is a sports jersey hanging halfway out of it. Foul green lines floating up from it, flies, all the general nasty things. She looks up at you, Velvet, and Clover's holding her nose. She goes, I grabbed my dad's gym bag by mistake.
I look down and my face does that thing that the anime characters do when they're mad where like the lines block out the eyes. Who would treat clothing like that?
Velvet?
Give it to me. I must wash it immediately.
Wash it? I'll never be able to get home in time and back before the show actually starts. I don't have anything to perform in.
Right. Never mind that. I'll help you. I'll make a costume for you. But first we have to wash that abomination.
Yeah, I'll help.
I have no music.
No music? No music?
We have.
My dear, I'm a musician. I sing. And we have a bard. I'm certain he will help.
Yeah, maybe he like plays the lyre or something equally bard-like.
Joel looks up at you, Sonnet, as the boys are kind of like being kept out of the room. It's not that big a deal because nobody's indecent right now.
Yeah.
She goes, can you play trumpet?
Trumpet, let's see here. He opens up the pocket again, starts pulling out various musical instruments. Trumpet. Giant piano comes up.
Vuvuzela.
They're like, trumpet, here he is. Here we are, trumpet.
She's more impressed by the piano right now. I understand smoke stuff is all trickery and stuff, but how?
As I said, I have many big pockets.
She goes up and pokes the piano. It's obviously like has to be like made of foldable cardboard. Anyway, she kind of like starts to walk you through like the music she wants you to play. It's a very almost 1920s swing jazz stuff. Do you think you could play that?
Sure thing. I'll try my best.
Right. And she looks at Twilight. Will you be able to sing something from that era?
Maybe. Do you have any lyrics in mind?
Give me a second. I'll see if I can try to write some down. She kind of like Mears gives her some paper, pen. She starts to write down as she pulls Velvet over and goes, all right, so you need to know the clothing you need to make, right?
For a 20s jazz performance? Yeah, sure. I can make a flapper dress.
Can you do the hair dress too?
Sure thing.
Can you do tap shoes?
Tap shoes? Oh, no, that will be a challenge. But yeah, I've got you covered.
Clover looks incredibly embarrassed, by the way.
What's the matter, hun?
And she looks down at her normal outfit of the gothic attire she's usually wearing. Because most people don't believe it when I tell them I do tap.
I don't see why not.
Clover.
Okay. Twilight is going to go give her a hug because she needs one.
Do you want me to go ahead and make the roll, by the way?
Yeah, go ahead and make the roll.
Okay.
You can do it.
Right? Hopefully it's not just like a sea of ones again.
It's a sea of twos.
4 5s, so 20.
Hooray!
Nice.
Yay!
So you make something just like this beautiful, beautiful flapper dress, tap shoes, got the hair dress thing with the big feather that comes out the side of it.
Reflective beads, the whole 9 yards. Yep.
Oh yeah. And Clover's looking at it and goes, that's better than what I usually wear.
Oh, well, good. I'm glad I could help.
You are going to look so great in that. Why don't you go try it on?
All right. Clover takes the dress, looks at the door with the voice, and it's just like, out, out, you nasty, disgusting men. Ugh.
Out, boys!
How dare men?
How
That's
dare
it. That's
you.
the end of the statement.
Not a single word of protest from either one of them.
All the while, the gym uniform just sits there, needing to be baptized.
Can I burn it? Please let me burn it.
Yes, you may burn it.
Hey, Sonnet, do you have a flamethrower in the deep pockets of yours?
That's right now. Let's see here. He's just pulling out various our arsenal of weapons.
Or you can
Oh, here we go. A bottle of wine and a rag. How about that?
or, I could do this. Twilight pulls out a flint and a little pocket knife.
Mears is going to step in and go, or I could take it to the washing machine upstairs.
That could work too.
Yes,
It's nowhere
that's
near as fun.
acceptable.
He
Yes.
kind of looks at you, goes, it's like, you're all flaming mad.
Maybe a little bit.
Clover collapses to the ground, just, your puns give me headaches. I'm sorry, Clover. I don't mean to be a pain. All right, you're all no fun. Mears takes up the double bag and walks off with it. Ugh.
This is dull.
I'm sorry?
Oh, it's just Twilight is going to show the Clover. This is dull. It's not going to do anything. The flint is real, but this would not have gotten a spark.
Clover kind of looks at it and goes, I think Mears would prefer not accidentally burning down
Oh, I know.
everything.
I know. Twilight hugs Clover again.
Clover kind of like gingerly just returns the hug. It's okay, they're there. So you get Clover in the dress. She actually makes sure everything's fitted. Go over a number of the musical lyrics. I got to try to find some lyrics for you if you want to sing something, Neph.
Don't have to, but I would
No.
like to look it over. So,
Yeah.
if you can.
All right. Anything else you guys want to get up to? You go ahead.
Like once I'm done prepped and I'm all prepped and whatnot, I go back. I get back to selling hot dogs or whatever before the show actually starts. That's I just like I need money. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
All right.
Drone, not to be rude, but is that what you're wearing?
Oh, and he pulls like he just pulls out like a black shirt or whatever. I mean, it's not. I don't really have. I wouldn't have much time to change, so I just have a different shirt to wear. And whatnot, and I just stuff it back in my pocket.
My eyebrow kind of twitches for a second, and then I immediately just start measuring you.
It's like, but it's not like anyone will need to look at me when I do my thing, so it's no
But
big deal.
Don't you want to match your doll?
Well, this one, not real. This is just my first one. I have a lot more in my trunk that I'm going to be using instead. This is just my old practice buddy.
If you insist.
Thank you, though.
Come to me if you change your mind.
All right. So. Let's see here. Drone, when you go back out to your cart, it's gone.
Oh, fuck. Perception roll. See in what direction it might have gone. That is a 6.
A 6?
Which is decent.
Yeah. So you see the cart all the way down the other end of the street going around the corner. Whoever's pulling it was already around that corner, so you don't see it. But obviously it's got to be somebody fairly strong to be pulling this away.
I was like, I just like open the door, call out thief, and then I start running after the cart immediately.
Bet it was Spade.
So you call out thief.
Just to let everyone know something happened, and then I
and
run
John
after
takes off after his cart. Smoke's gonna go. Oh my god! Someone stole the hot dog cart.
Those things usually weigh a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if it was, say,
A big, strong bulldog.
yes, exactly my thought.
All right. I'm going to call the cops. Smoke says. All right. So, Jerome, you take off after him.
yes.
Around that corner. Is there any sort of chase thing that you have skills for?
Not particularly. No, just
So you Spade is easily going to get away with you. Get away from you. Even
I have
with
perception, and that's about it. Perception, just trying to find him, but not really much after chasing.
All right. Some big streets with lots of people. You can see him easily walking away with the cart. He kind of looks back, sees you kind of chasing after him, but he's easily going to either outrun you because he's just so much stronger and more fit. Big, muscly dude.
Oh, great. Let's see. I guess I'll just. I don't have any.
Well, you have perception.
Yeah, I could, but I can find him, but I can't really.
Yeah,
catch.
well, you can use that for when you need to talk to the police.
Let's try to think of what else I can. I'm gonna, I don't know, just roll to sprint or something like that, just a base, like just see if I can catch up to him in a burst of speed. That's a. Oh, thank God, it's a pair. Total of 4.
You rolled a total of 3.
Yay! So get back here.
So you go chasing him off and have Spade's like, no! And you managed to catch up to Spade. What are you gonna do about him?
I'm just going to stare at him with my big old wide eyes and whatnot. I just kind of like point at him and like, give it back. Oh shit! I just rolled a 12.
Oh damn!
There's a 6, 6, and a 5.
And his highest is a 4 to try to intimidate you back by sheer muscle. But as he looks down at you, you just look at him with these freaking fucking golden eyes. Spade kind of just looks at you. He kind of goes, "All right, man. Here's your stupid hot dogs anyway." He just kind of shoves the cart back towards you.
Whatever, jerk. It's not. It's like I just wheel the thing back, and I just check the brakes just to make sure. I'm like, did he fucking rip these things out, or what the heck did he do?
No, he pulled the lever.
It's like, okay, I'm just grumbling to myself, and I'm like, kind of try to make a freaking like less than minimum wage.
They could be chased after a stupid hot dog cart of all things. All right. So, Drone, you get back there. A number of people are starting to actually show up for the actual show. Mears is taking tickets. Everybody's lining up in the back. Smoke eventually comes out to you and Drone and goes, "All right, I think you sold enough hot dogs, boy. You can bring the cart around to the back. We have like a garage for the car. You can load it up in there, so that way, in case Big Muscly comes back again, he doesn't try to do something with it."
But the crowd's here. Like how just put me a little bit closer toward the end of the show. I need I need sales.
All right, fine. You do you. All right, just make sure you have enough time to clean up and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just I don't know. Give me a 15-minute warning. I don't know. I'm just kind of. I need to catch my breath.
Right.
I just kind of feebly like hot dogs. Anyone want a hot dog?
Yeah, I'll take a hot dog. Yeah, I want a hot dog. A couple bills being shoved in your direction. Like they want hot dogs.
Yeah, he's got like a point of greedy, so he's just like, I need money.
Right.
Thank you. Here you go.
Drones. That means you get to see the nice fancy limo pull up. A butler get out, open up the back door for this middle-aged peacock woman. She comes out wearing a nice big long blue dress, her tail feathers dragging behind her, all that sort of deal. And she just kind of like saunters right past you, right into the magic shop.
Okay. I'll just roll perception to see if I can pick up any details. Any more details? That is a 5.
Okay, 5 with the perception. You hear a couple of people whisper, "Go, oh, that's misdirection, misdirection." She's like,
Very nice.
yeah. So misdirection, from what your character would know, because he does work a little bit in showbiz. She's like the big director of the whole area. Like she's the big talent agent. She's always looking for the biggest, hottest talents, those who can be, the next big star sort of deal. So impressing her is vital to any actor or performer who wants to make it big.
And I just kind of like, I just try to like perk up and whatnot. It's like, yeah. So it's like, have a wonderful, enjoy the show and whatnot. I'll be in it later. And stuff like that. Yeah.
She just launches past you without even looking at you.
That's fine.
All right. So she walks into the room. All of you guys are kind of backstage doing your last minute preps. And you can just hear the crowd kind of like get a little worked up and go, "Oh, it's misdirection. And she takes her seat at the third judge's table. So you guys are kind of like peeking her out through the corner of the curtain and stuff, and you see her. How are your characters reacting?
Twilight is she's suddenly very I'm trying to think, should it be
No fear whatsoever because you're an airhead.
well, no, I think this would actually activate Fusty.
Ooh.
Because if I want the hymn ensemble to make it big, I have to impress her. So everything has to be perfect.
Oh, yeah. This is your big break moment. Eminem's playing in the back of your head. You only get one shot. All right. What about you, Velvet?
Yeah, I've got -3 in fussy, so that's kind of been my deal the entire time. But that's why I keep trying to fix everybody's clothes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so probably just I get even more focused, and I'm like literally like the tiniest little embroidery details. I'm like trimming teeny tiny little extra threads and picking off the I've got a what are they called, a magnifying glass. I'm picking off the tiny pieces of lint.
White glove testing all of the dresses and coats. All right. Sonnet.
The arrogant side of him would be kicking off at this point. He goes like, "Oh, this is it. This is my big chance. I have it." He's already seeing the red carpets, the limos, the Sonnet Troubadour movie. He's seeing
The movie franchise.
the franchise.
The autobiography. The TV show spinoff that lasts one season.
He's seeing the fame montage before.
All right. Jewel looks a little nervous. She starts saying a couple of things, obviously going through the last moment. Clover, on the other hand, looks totally calm.
Well, she got a brand spanking new dress and stuff, so I can imagine she would
Yeah,
be.
I imagine her confidence would be way up too. Because, dress is even nicer than the one she usually uses. So.
Alright. So Mears eventually starts telling you, all right, everybody, places. And she walks out onto the stage. The curtain opens. Smoke gets into his secret hiding spot behind the door frame. He goes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Smoke and Mirrors Magic Show. Tonight, we will be holding a talent show to see who will be performing in the Smoke and Mirrors Variety Show. And without further ado, our main host and MC and one of tonight's special judges, my husband and dear, Smoke Magic. The flash of white powder, and Smoke steps out, and part of his hat is on fire. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome. It is fantastic to see you. I hope you're enjoying yourselves because we got some of the best talents here within the city. Yes, we do. And Mears is kind of like, sweetheart? What? You're on fire. I know I'm on fire. We've rehearsed this multiple times. I'm still okay until this moment. No, you're legitimately on fire, sweetheart. Smoke starts to panic as Smoke is rising up from smoke.
Twilight steps out with a fire extinguisher and gets him with it.
Smoke's now just standing still. He's a big fluffy cloud of white. I'm just like,
You're welcome. Twilight
bravo! Misdirection is just clapping. Wonderful, hilarious slapstick comedy. I love it. Smoke shakes himself off.
Twilight blushes, bows, and heads backstage again.
Cupid comes from the other side of the stage with the push broom, starts pushing off all the gunk. Smoke just goes, without further ado, our first act of the night, welcome Velvet Team Bear.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll first to see how this all goes, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Sorry, sorting process. Oh, okay. 5 6s.
Oh my.
Oh damn!
Okay.
Wow!
So, 30. So I guess it goes pretty well. Okay.
It goes very well.
So what I'm gonna do is it's like a quick change routine where I do twirls and switch between multiple different dresses with these big voluminous skirts, and each of them has like pictures embroidered on them, starting with like a farm boy working in the fields, and then it like shows different like famous, each dress shows like a famous scene from like tropes from fantasy, basically, of a hero going on a journey. And then the last dress just looks like it's normal black until she opens her arms, and it's like the sleeve folds out into a triptych where it's like the dragon rearing up, and then the dragon breathing fire, and then the dragon getting slayed.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And you do it all flawlessly as well. That gets a big roaring clap from the crowd. You see Smoke Mirrors all jot in misdirection, all jot down notes in their variety of different notepads and stuff. Misdirection is a little giddy in her seat as she claps. And Velvet, you're allowed to walk off stage feeling really good about yourself.
Yay! So I'm kind of jumping up and down. That was really fun. Break a leg, you guys.
But not really.
But no, that's a good thing, I promise.
Of course.
All right, and with the lovely Velvet in that marvelous quick change routine, Up next, we have Twilight. If you would, please.
Okay. 13. A 4 and a 5.
So it's a 5.
Yeah.
All right. So you do your singing, but your nervousness has gotten the better of you. You don't do. It's hard to follow up that act.
Yeah, it's
And then with,
very hard.
misdirection there as well in front of all of these people. This is probably like one of the largest crowds you ever performed for. This is probably
Yeah, this also it's I have the fear weakness, so stage fright. Definitely stage fright.
Yeah. So you get up there and you start to choke a little bit on your song, and Smoke's like, "Oh no!" And Mira, she just disappointment in her face. Misdirection, on the other hand, kind of just goes and just marks down in her thing. And Smoke goes, "Well, thank you, Twilight. It was
No, I understand.
a lovely song." Up next, we have Sonnet Troubadour.
All right, making the roll.
Yep, make your roll.
Three sixes.
18.
18.
I'm gonna feel like a comedy routine between the two absolutely wonderful things. Ugh.
So, Sonnet, what do you do?
So as he did in practice, he starts doing the making cards appear thing. But partway through the trick, all of a sudden you see as we go from normal cards to jumbo cards, he makes magically appear out of nowhere.
Ooh.
He's like, he kind of looks at him like surprised, and then he goes, "Hold on a second." Then he will call Mirror up to the stage
Miras will come up on the stage
and
She
have
goes,
her.
"Oh, this is bizarre. I've never been the audience member before."
I'll have her pick her card.
All right, she will pick a card.
All right, and she'll have her memorize it, do the whole shtick.
All right.
I let her go back to her seat, and I start going through the deck again, and then I intentionally pull out the wrong one to the audience.
Hold on, somebody decided to be really noisy in the background all of a sudden.
All right, give it. Go ahead.
All right, so she shows it off to the audience. You fake the getting it wrong.
Go, hold on a second. Then I motioned to behind me. I pulled this giant curtain down, showing off a massive card that is her number. That is her card.
And that definitely gets a good applause from the audience. Smoke kind of nods, kind of like marking things down. Misdirection is just like, "Whoa, that was amazing."
People bowed, doing the whole kiss in the hand, mwah, mwah, and then leave.
All right, and Smoke will go. Well, that was a fantastic from Sonic Troubadour. Up next, we have a very special crowd favorite, Jewel. And Jewel will come out riding on that unicycle of hers. So she's got her variety of different things. Oh no. She rolled 3 1s.
Oh
no!
Jewel comes out there, starts trying to juggling, gets caught, and just something, and you see Jewel just tumble off of her unicycle.
Oh no.
You see her kind of lift herself up. She's kind of like holding her wrist slightly where she tried to catch herself all weird. Of course, the whole crowd's like, "Oh no! Oh!"
Okay. Twilight dashes out to help her. Because
So you're going to try to help her, and Jules like,
Yeah.
I twisted my wrist.
it's okay. It's okay. Let's see. Twilight hums a few bars and just does something,
All right.
and
Kind of wraps her
the
arm.
pain
up
goes away.
So you kind of like wrap her arm up in like a bandage, just kind of like
Yeah.
like a tight wrap.
Mhm.
So Jewel, cat's freaking out now. Good gracious! Of course, all the noise tries to happen when I go on a stream. It can be quiet all day until the moment I stream. All right. So you wrap her wrist up as you're just kind of like singing a nice little calming lullaby for her.
Mhm. Yeah.
Jewel kind of like takes the unicycle, looks at it. It's a little dinged up. She just kind of pushes it off to the side. Grabs her case, pulls it over, starts practicing with her juggling clubs. I'm going to give her one more attempt. She doesn't do much better than you did, Twilight, and people are kind of sad because obviously her injury kind of ruined her routine, but there's not much that can be done about that.
Yeah.
And Jewel just kind of like walks off to the side, but she doesn't seem very upset. She just goes, "There's always next year."
Mhm. Always next time.
Yeah. All right. Smoke looks at the list and goes, next is Drone.
It's I was like, you see me wheel out my stuff, and I just kind of have like a black shirt, slightly slightly askew. I didn't really bother taking off my apron. I just sort of turned it around so there's not like a big hot dog.
I like that it implies that you took your apron off and then put it back
Put it
on.
back on.
Yeah.
I'm just and like thanks for letting me use the back of and he just kind of gets it's like just checks a couple things and like allow me to tell you a tale of a taco place I used to work at. I'm gonna make it roll.
April.
So
A little personal.
Okay, I'm gonna make the big money. Okay, that is an 18.
Wow.
3 6s.
3 6s out of 8 dice. So I was like, I guess just sort of imagine all the him just puppeteering all these different marionettes is like, as I weave you a tale. It's like, it's like one morning, just like any other. It's like everything seemed to be going well until it's like around 10. I was like, the opening crew was fine, and then at 10 o'clock, nobody showed up, and the manager kept getting calls, calling out sick or anything throughout the entire day. Then it's like, as the cleaning captain tried to go, I was like, take out the trash, went to the manager and and said, "Sir, I can't get out of the building." What are you talking about? There's nothing blocking the door. I know the doors were unlocked earlier, but I can't leave. And the manager checks the front door, can't seem to open it, goes out to the back door, having trouble with that too. But customers themselves are getting in and out just fine. then the lunch rush came, and no other employees were there. So I had to take over shifts. It's like they desperately tried to, as you know, they all desperately tried to work their hardest, keeping up with stock. But no prep, it's like no prep people or anything like that. They, whenever they ran out of food, that's when a dozen or so customers ordered with something with that ingredient. It kept going on like that all day until closing time. The next morning, they were all found dead of exhaustion, and none of them were paid overtime. Thank you. They couldn't escape.
Smoke mirrors are kind of caught on to the joke that you're talking about your job. And they're kind of giggling. Misdirection looks absolutely horrified. Like she's just heard the scariest story in her life.
It is a scary story.
He just kind of bows his head and is like, thank you, and and wheels his stuff off.
And so the smoke goes, well, after that terrifying story, we need one little cheer me up. So for our final act for tonight, wait! Cupid comes running up on stage.
Oh no!
I want to try at least once. And Smoke's like, all right.
Isn't it past Cupid's bedtime?
Sleep is for the weak.
Good boy.
Good boy.
Yeah.
So Cupid pulls off his big, large top hat, shows it all off empty. That's a 1. Rolling bell. He taps it with this 1 that he has, reaches in, eyes go wide. He kind of taps around the inside, looks at the hat, looks up at the audience, goes, I forgot to put the things inside. He just kind of shyly walks off stage. Smoke's like, Misdirection kind of just goes, yay. He's trying.
She's obviously what's the word?
A mom?
No, that's not quite the word I was looking for. She's right. She's obviously humoring him because he's 8.
Yeah, he's 8. He's a little kid. All right, and for our final act for tonight, we have another personal favorite, Clover. And Clover kind of nervously walks out. Sonnet, Twilight, you two are going to provide the music, so if you could roll your performances.
Here's hoping I do better. Oh, I've got 2 6s.
Yay!
I've got 4 6s.
Finally.
Holy shit! Sonnet just rolled 4 6s for his performance, so the Clover's going to get a massive boost.
Yeah.
Just listen to all that dice.
Yeah.
Plus that extra. Ooh. 2, 4.
And it's obvious that I'm gonna be doing better
8. Yep.
because my
10,
mind is not on the crowd; it's on helping Clover.
12. So unfortunately, because of pairings, the highest pair she's got is 2.
Oh
Oh no!
She rolled 6 2s, which gives her a 12.
That's still decent.
Okay, that's still not bad.
I rolled a lot of them.
Okay, at least
That's still decent. Yes.
Yep, so Clover goes out there. She does this quick swing dance with all these twists and twirls and the taps of their shoes. Sonic is giving this performance on his trumpet of his life. And Twilight's giving it her all with a 12. So yeah, you're actually providing her really good music. It's a really good dance number. Misdirection seems to be clapping, and you just see her beaming as if she couldn't be prouder or something. Smoke and mirrors, they write down their numbers as Clover's kind of like sitting there dancing and she's gasping a little bit, and Clover runs back off stage. She goes, I never done the dancing publicly like that before.
You did great, Clover. And you guys did really well too, Sonnet and Twilight.
Thank you. I think you deserve a treat.
I do?
Mm-hmm. I think you do. Let's see. I pull. Should I roll for this?
What are you pulling?
Well, I was going to pull something that she is commonly known to be something that she likes. As a,
You're gonna pull Spade out of somewhere?
no, not Spade. Comfort food.
Clover's not the one to participate in comfort food all that often.
Well, yeah, not comfort food, but a good job snack.
Good job,
Kind of
snack.
thing.
Like
Yeah.
a lollipop.
Yeah.
Or a hot dog.
Plenty of those floating around right now.
Yeah. So I reach over and make as if to pull it out of her ear and hand whatever it is over.
That's what we're just gonna say is a lollipop.
Yeah.
Clover just kind of takes the lollipop and goes, "Thank you," but Sugar kind of ruins the figure a little bit, so she unwraps it and just shoves it right in Cupid's mouth. Just
Well,
Cupid's
that
okay
works.
with this.
Well, that works.
All right.
And that's the only trick I know, so.
So, Smoke calls everybody's attention and goes, "We would like to announce the winners of our performances for today." And the
It's
three,
not competing, but
we had 6 wonderful performances, but only 3 will make it into the variety show.
Mhm.
And so for our 3rd place winner, we have the drone.
Yay!
The creepy puppet story. And for 2nd place, we have Sonnet.
Thank you.
And 1st place, we have Velvet.
Oh, goodness. Thank you.
Congratulations to our wonderful winners. And thank you very much to our runner-ups. Your acts were still wonderful. It's absolutely beautiful. You've tried so hard. Unfortunately, we only have so many spots, but come out here so the audience can give you another round of applause. So you come out there and give another round of applause. And afterwards, the crowd starts to disperse, and Misdirection kind of walks up to the stage to all of you as a group and goes, "You all were wonderful." She walks up to you, Twilight, and goes, "Thank you so much for providing that song for Clover there at the end."
Oh, it was my pleasure, Misdirection.
Oh. If you're ever in search for an agent, I know a couple of people who might be interested in what you and your sisters are up to.
Twilight's eyes almost, they widen almost comically. Thank you. Thank you very much.
She gives you a smile and kind of just slight tilt of her head as she walks up to Sonnet. Well, aren't you a handsome little devil?
He says, smiling. That's that toothy grin. Oh, thank you very much.
If I wasn't married, you would almost have a chance. She walks up to Drone and goes, that story was one of the most terrifying things I've ever heard.
Thank you.
I'm so glad that nobody would ever in their right mind would ever run a restaurant like that in the real life. Never in the world. Not even once.
Thank you, ma'am. Sometimes it was something from inspiration. It's a little inspiration there.
She walks up to Velvet and goes, I'm going to need you to make a couple of dresses for me. What I've seen was beautiful.
Oh, of course. I'm so glad you liked them.
She walks up to Smoke and Mirrors and goes, you found yet another wonderful group of talents. I'm sure they're all going to do just fine on your variety show. And Smoke and Mirrors smile. Yeah, Jewel kind of rubbing her wrist. She goes, it'll be better soon, Jewel. You always get these shows, so you've got plenty to do on your plate after all. Walks up to Clover and goes, I'll be taking your dad's gym bag home. And Clover just sheepishly hands that over to her as she slings it over and goes, you have fun at the party, dear. I'll see you when you come home.
Your Misdirection's daughter?
Yeah.
Huh. I guess I kind of see it. You both have beaks.
You both have such beautiful plumage.
Clover's gonna blush. Just I shampoo it twice a day and with proper cleaner. No. She tries to act all hearty and haughty. Her typical normal self. Misdirection kind of looks around at the shop and goes, it's been years since I've been here, by the way. She looks over at Smoke and Mirrors and goes, you two are following in your mentor's steps very well. I'm sure he would be proud. And Smoke kind of just smiles and nods, and Mirrors kind of rubs her eyes a little bit. Well, I hope you will have a wonderful night, and I'll be sure to see you all soon. And she departs.
Well,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
That was so much fun.
Yes, it was. I had a lot of fun, even with that misstep of a performance.
Smoke kind of just gives a shrug and goes, it happens to the best of us at some point. You're not always going to be at your best.
Oh, no. This was the largest audience I've ever performed in front of.
Something tells me you're going to be performing in front of a lot larger audience than this.
To date, this has been the largest audience. So, I'm not surprised my stage fright got the better of me.
There's something my mentor used to tell me. Whenever I get nervous, he goes, the people have come to be entertained, and so long as you provide that, they will be entertained. They'll pretty much put up with almost anything. But you have to give them hope. give them dreams, give them aspiration. You have to do what you have to do to make them smile.
I'm pretty sure I managed to do that tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
You got
She
it.
looks over at Clover.
Clover gives her a smile back.
Mission accomplished.
And Jewel grabs up her case and goes, "This is all getting really sappy and all, but it's late and I'm going to go home and rest my wrist. Get some ice on it. You all have a lovely night and good evening."
you as well.
Yes, you as well. Have a good night.
And Jewel departs. Clover's going to gather up her stuff and goes, "Velvet, I'll have to make sure I forward some money over to you to pay for the dress and everything."
Oh, of course. Just send me what you want made.
Clover does, and she gives Twilight another hug.
Twilight hugs back.
Right. She walks up, and she's actually going to give Drone and Sonnet a kiss on the cheek each. Because
No.
I just kind of blush and just keep my head down and like,
Thought I was trying to keep it together, but his nose starts to bleed a little. Anime style.
Smoke is gonna scoop up Cupid and goes, "You're lucky your mother agreed to let you slip in tonight. Go set it up in the guest room, boy. It's time for you to be in bed." Smoke sends him up the little spiral staircase up to the apartments above. He turns to look at the four of you and goes, "Well, 3 of you I'm going to be seeing again real soon."
thank you, sir.
I
So,
hope you come out next
Did
year.
she say thank you, sir, to the little boy?
Like,
No, he said it's a Smoke.
Oh.
so how's the pay?
A lot better than serving
Nice.
hot dogs.
I'm glad to hear it.
Well, it's late. It's time to turn in.
I'd better be leaving. I need to tell my sisters the good news.
Smoke gives you a nod and waves to you as you leave the house, the shop.
And
Now,
Twilight jogs away.
it's like, now I gotta lug a hot dog cart across town, and my trunk. I better start packing.
Oh, you know what? I'll come with you. I can help you carry things, and maybe we can talk more about your wardrobe.
Okay.
She's not giving up.
No,
Don't give up on that.
she's not.
So as you two leave into the night with Smoke saying goodbye, Smoke turns to look at Sonnet. Get out.
Jeez, and no way to act your new starring attraction.
Starring attraction. Me and my wife are the headlining act.
Sure, whatever you want to tell yourself.
Smoke just kind of rolls his eyes. Look, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. All right.
All right, I'll see myself out. By the way, look as he's heading out. By the way, we don't discuss pay.
Smoke just closes the door behind you. All right. And with that, smoke turns the sign to close, and we end this one shot.
Yay!
Yay!
God,
Something a little bit different.
that voice was a mistake.
Fun.
Instant regret.
Oh, that hurt. That hurt.
Well, you only have to do it once, and
Yeah.
And that is the end of the Smoke and Mirrors one shot. It was something a little bit different. Not a combat heavy game, just a nice little slice of life for about one little event.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think of it? Did you guys think that was okay, or do you guys want to go back to more classic tabletop for one shots?
I had fun with it.
I
had fun
actually
with
had
it.
a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was definitely fun.
I think for long form stuff definitely prefer more classic stuff, but for one shots that was actually really cute.
Yeah, it was.
And I got cute art out of it. So,
Oh yeah, we'll definitely try to. Maybe we'll do another Smoke and Mirrors one shot at some point, at least with your characters around. We'll see what else sort of trouble we can get into. And I think it was fun. I got to introduce at least 2 more characters that will be canonical to the comics: Cupid and Misdirection.
Thanks.
nice.
Unfortunately, your guys' characters, it's nothing personal against you. I just want to have that. I don't want my fandom hopping around trying to find all the content to keep track of everything.
No, that's
Yeah.
I wasn't
fine.
expecting anything. I was just like,
Yeah.
I'll just make a hot dog salesman.
And you did. You made the best dang the best hot dog salesman you can.
And I figure just give permission just in case you change your mind. So
Let's see. Maybe one day. All right, but that's going to do it for us today from Tabletop. I hope you guys enjoyed it in the audience there. Thank you to Hex Harper, Amish Man, Neph, and Blue for coming. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Thank you to the wonderful, beautiful Cult of Crow. But that's going to be it. I am Dr. Crow. I read a book once. It's my goal to make you smile.
later.
See you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.